welcome back. So we'll continue on in the hockey card collection videos today with the Chicago Blackhawks. The Blackhawks collection is pretty big. We got to the original 6 team here. I think it's the second of the 6 because that's how original 6, there's 6. Regardless, the original 6 teams are always very big. And Chicago is no stranger to that. It is a pretty huge collection. So let's just get straight into it here. Starting off with a signed Nikolai Khabibulin card. I think this is my second signed Khabibulin card that is in the collection. It looks actually relatively similar to the old one, or the other one that I have, not the old one. But yeah, that's the only signed card. No jersey cards. And then we can move straight into the rookie cards. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of rookie cards here. Not a lot of relevant players that are actually like still in the NHL, but there's definitely a lot of them. You got Brandon Peary, Cam Barker, so Fleer Ultra rookie there, Jeremy Morin, here's an interesting one, a much smaller card, but it's a Lucas Carlson Opeachy. There's a few really small ones in the collection. I know there's one for Crosby. I think there's one for Matthews. Gustav Forsling. He is obviously now a really solid defenseman for the Florida Panthers. Pia Sutter. He is now a Vancouver Canuck, I believe. Wyatt Kalynuk. Ian Mitchell. Philip Kurashev. Moving down the list here. There's actually multiple pages of rookies here for Chicago. Mikhail Kostka. David Gust. Young gun card there. Star rookies Lucas Reichel. Alex Vlasic. Kevin Lankinen. Rookie finalist cards here for Ed Belfour. And finally, a super rookie for Ed Belfour. So that is your rookie cards there for the Blackhawks. Again, there is a lot of them. There's a decent amount of rookies for Chicago. I believe that is the most amount of rookies for a team that I have, if you were wondering. So pretty nice thing there. Moving into the main collection, you got a mascot card here for Tommy Hawk. I believe there is one for Boston, if I'm correct. There's a few of these in the collection you'll see, but Tommy Hawk there to start. The majestic bird rules the United Center with a powerful t-shirt and confetti cannon. Interesting. Moving into the captains now, we got Dirk Graham. Start off with a pinnacle. Oh, just launched the Graham card across the room. There's a few of them here. So that's a pretty nifty cards there for Graham. Got some Jonathan Toews up next here. Not a lot of Toews cards. You'd think there'd be a lot more. I only have 3. So something interesting there in the collection. That's the only captains that I have. You move into the assistant, Steve Smith. Brian Campbell. Duncan Keith. Only card I had for Keith, unless if I'm missing something here in the collection. Moving into Alex DeBrincat. Obviously, he's been to a couple of teams since then. Is no longer with the Chicago Blackhawks. Could slide it into the hole. There we go. Up next, you got Chris Chelios. It's weird how some of these don't have the name on the front. Then again, All-Star here for Chelios. It's a little bent. Don't know if you could see that on camera. Up next, if I could hold the card, Steve Larmer. A lot of base cards here for a lot of these guys, and a lot of players with a lot of cards to them on this first page. We're not even through the first page yet. Well, now we are getting through Smith or Larmer, not Smith. Getting my cards mixed up already. Knew that was gonna happen. Next up, Keith Brown. Sideways angle there. Then he's actually wearing the jersey that I'm wearing. That's cool. Never got a regular Blackhawks jersey. I'm gonna get one eventually. Probably get like Connor Bedard or something on the back, but still. By the way, there's no Bedard cards in these collections yet. Patrick Sharp. Haven't gotten a Bedard rookie card. I've gotten so many boxes to try and get them, but I just can't for some reason. Doug Wilson. Connor Murphy. Dominic Kubalik. And then the last of the assistant captain cards. Oh, I just broke that. Last of the assistant captain cards, Patrick Kane. Black Diamond here. So a few older cards in the collection there. That's a King card. All right, moving into the meat and potatoes. David Kampf. Troy Murray. Christian Rutu. Calvin DeHaan. Brandon Saad. Oh, dropped the card there. That's great. Happens a couple times. Dennis Savard. Pretty cool. Cool card there. Kevin Adams. Yes, the GM of the Buffalo Sabres. You're probably wondering, why is he in a Coyotes jersey? It has Blackhawks on the back. I believe he was just traded to the Blackhawks, or was signed by the Blackhawks. Either of the two. Nicholas Hjalmarsson was there for the two Blackhawks Stanley Cups. Marian Hossa. Here he is holding up the Stanley Cup. Paul Gillis. Adam Boquist. Next up then is Joe Murphy. Kirby Doc. Andrew Shaw. Matthias Janmark. Steve Thomas. Couple cards here for Thomas. John Hayden. Steve Conroy. Patrick Poulin. Artem Anisimov. Tony Amonte. Greg Gilbert. Couple cards here for Gilbert. Michel Goulet. Not really too well known of card. I don't know. I obviously was not alive for a lot of these people playing, so I don't have a whole lot of thoughts. Stefan Matteau. Trent Yanni. Nikita Zadorov. Obviously still in the NHL today. He's been around. He's been on a lot of teams since Chicago. Lucas Wallmark. I don't even think he's in the NHL anymore. Andrew Ladd. Ladd was there for a very long time. Gary Sutter. Talked about him in the Flames video. Murray Craven. Tuomo Ruutu, not Christian Ruutu, who I believe we talked about earlier in this video. But I believe there are 2 Ruutus, so something cool there. Bob Murray. Teuvo Teravainen. Anthony Duclair. He's bounced around a lot, but I believe he's staying with the Islanders for a little bit. Cam Russell. Radim Verbata. Brian Marchment. Couple cards here for Marchment. František Kuchera. Michael Handzus. However you want to say it. Wayne Presley. Steve Thomas. John Tonelli. Wearing the same jersey I am. Next up then is Patrick Poulin. I think we have our first mess up here. Yeah, wow. 2 of the same card in the collect. That has not happened before. Yeah, big error by me there. Nick Schmaltz obviously is now on the Utah Hockey Club. Dave Bolland. Adam Creighton. Jocelyn Lemieux. Phil Housley. Brian Noonan. Dave Manson. Mike Hudson. Jocelyn Lemieux. So a lot of old Pro Set cards here, as you can tell. We've actually moved through a lot of them pretty quickly. Trevor Daley. Because there's a lot of just, like, singular cards. Like, there isn't a lot with, like, two cards under them. Alexander Andreevsky. I'm just going to, look at that. Bob Probert. When he was with Chicago. He was at Detroit for a very long time. Next up then, Jeremy Roenick. Surprised he's relatively further back in this list. Yeah, I think he'd be up further. I figured he was like an assistant captain at the very least. But I guess he was not. Next up, and someone who actually is further back, but it's a more recent card, Bobby Hull. The only Bobby Hull card that I do have in the collection. Drake Caggiula. Caggiula, I don't even think's in the NHL either anymore. Jeff Shantz. Seth Jones. Only Seth Jones card that I have, I believe. Dylan Strome. Sam Lafferty. Carl Dykuis. Mike McNeil. Caleb Jones. Again, moving through these relatively quickly. I think we do have an error here. I just threw it on the ground. Pia Sutter. I believe, though, we did talk about Sutter earlier in this video, unless if I'm thinking back to just the rookie card, which is very, very possible, but I just need to check to make sure here. This is part of the reason why I do this, so I can fix any of the errors that I have. I think it is a rookie card. Yeah, so that's another whoops by me, but at least I know for sure now. Next up, Lucas Reichel. Tyler Johnson. Almost done the skaters, actually. This is relatively quicker. Debut dates for Cole Gutman. So a debut date game. It shows like the date when he debuted. February 15th, 2023 versus the Maple Leafs. So that's kind of cool. Colin Blackwell. Andreas Athanasiou. I believe he is still on the team. One of my favorites. Max Domi. Went there for a year, got traded to Carolina, then signed with Toronto, I believe now. Nikita Zaitsev. I think he's in Europe now. Or probably Russia. Jujhar Khaira. And that is it for the skaters. We'll move into the goalies. There's a lot of them. Peter Mrazek. A lot of Chicago goalies. And here is a huge collection here of Ed Belfour cards. So get ready. Season leader, 2.47 goals against. All rookie team, Ed Belfour. He was in the rookie cards as well. So there's a lot of them here. One of the better goalies in Chicago history. Ed Belfour there again. There's him with the Vezina. Here's him with a Vezina Trophy winner card. Here's him with a league leader card. And here's him with the Vezina yet again. So, yeah, as I said, he was good during his time in Chicago. He's one of the forgettable goalies that was there. Corey Crawford. And here's the first instance of the small card. That's a really small card. It only shows his current season stats on the back. And then a card from, I think, 14-15. Or, I'm sorry, 15-16. I was close. So nice pull there from Perry. Tony Esposito Hall of Famer card. I think this is from his older days. Yeah, from 1969. Or 1984, actually. I'm sorry. Next up, Marty Turco. I know you're wondering why is he in a Stars jersey. I believe he was coming from the Stars to the Blackhawks. Kristen Soucy. Might be related to Carson Soucy on Vancouver. Made a video on them today. Jimmy Waite. Or I should say I made a video on them at the time recording this video. You might see this after this video is published. Greg Mullen. Greg Millen. Not Greg Mullen. Millen. Jacques Cloutier. Malcolm Subban. Dominic Hasek, the only Hasek card for the Blackhawks that I have. I believe not long after this, he went to the Sabres. So, kind of a cool pull there. Scott Darling. Cristobal Hewitt. Marc-Andre Fleury. And last but not least, Kevin Lankinen. So a few cards here for Lankinen. Now, we are not done yet. There's a few cards from the minor leagues that I do want to show you guys before we wrap up this video. So we'll start off here with this is from Clarkson University. It is Brian Mueller. It's my only Clarkson University card that I have. Tried to see what team he was on, but it doesn't even say it on here. He led the Golden Knights, and the Golden Knights were not around when this card was made. So, yeah, moving into a minor league team here, the Cleveland Lumberjacks. We have Dave Michaluk, Jamie Hayward, Todd Nelson, and last but not least, Justin Duberman. So, yeah, that is your hockey card collection for the Chicago Blackhawks. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate it. Again, this collection was relatively longer than some of the others. In fact, I don't even know if it was as long as Calgary's. But regardless, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.